because some jerko from UVA just had to return it. He just had to risk the potential fumble. Of course he scored.
Right.
So, of course, it goes from a Cal plus 5.5 cover to flipping in the final 25 seconds on a pick six.
That's an IR.
I mean, you can't make up how cursed I am this season in college football betting.
Yeah,
it is unbelievable.
Yeah, but you're not giving up.
I'll bet even more games next week.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, this is
Jonas
is hey, this is kind of the last week you could. No, it's not. I'll bet every damn game if I have to that final week of the regular season for college football.
Yeah,
okay, Jonas?
I'm into it.
We're going to do all of them.
Yeah.
This season went really fast, by the way. There's literally only 4 more games of regular season left. It's kind of sad.
We're 3 weeks away from Thanksgiving.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's like a very, very fast pace of a year.
Didn't Jonas say Thanksgiving's overrated?
No, I didn't. I'm a big Thanksgiving guy.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I think it gets. I think it gets overlooked. People just skip right past.
Overlooked.
Go straight to Christmas. Sorry.
Yeah. My bad.
Sucks, man.
I could dig that. You're right. Some people are already putting up their Christmas decorations.
My wife told me to do it. Yes. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, well, let's start it now. I'm going to start it now. What? Yeah, not into it.
Okay.
But I'm into hour 3 though.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
All right.
We are Sports.
Everything just hits different after football wins. The food, the drinks, and especially the hot sauce. That's right. Make it the original Louisiana hot sauce. Bold, handcrafted hot sauce straight out of Louisiana. Wings, nachos, burgers, whatever's on your plate, hit it with that Louisiana flavor and turn your victory meal unbeatable. And if your team took the L, pour some on anyway. It might not fix the score, but it will fire up your taste buds. The original Louisiana hot sauce. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
A crash is in the final stages of being cleaned up on 130 northbound before Highway 290. Still seeing about a 5-minute slowdown from FM 973. Looking at the drive on I-35 northbound this morning, stop and go, making that transition from Onion Creek Parkway over to William Cannon, adding 10 minutes to your commute. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on custom cards and custom wrapping paper. Great gifts plus shipping supplies and services to get your packages there safely. Don't miss out on the latest laptops up to 45% off. Staples, that was easy.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/protect.
NBC News focuses on the facts, looking deeper and listening wider. It's clear reporting, free from opinion. Facts, clarity, calm. NBC News, reporting for America.
Food for the workplace. It's a beautiful thing. It brings teams together, keeps them happy and productive. It's a great way to woo clients or celebrate wins. But if you're the one ordering all that food, it can be a lot. That's why there's Easy Cater, the easiest and most rewarding way to order food for work, with a huge variety of restaurants for any group size, plus tools to meet dietary needs and stay on budget. And with Easy Cater, you earn rewards points when you order, good for order discounts or even gift cards. For you. Go on, you've earned it. Order now at easycater.com.
Get the Apple Leasing Advantage today. Visit appleleasing.com. That's appleleasing.com.
Find your iHeartRadio everywhere. There are hundreds of ways to experience iHeartRadio at home and on the go, beyond the iPhone and Android app and at iHeartRadio.com. Here's another way to connect to iHeartRadio. Amazon Fire TV supports iHeartRadio with a beautiful big screen display while you enjoy your favorite music, radio stations, and podcasts. Make sure you link your iHeartRadio account and use voice controls for easy navigation between content on iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio on the big screen is easy to control from the remote or with voice controls, and it provides large cover art on the screen and can sync with your iHeartRadio account for seamless listening between your devices. Your iHeartRadio music, radio stations, and podcasts now on your big screen TV with Amazon Fire TV and the Fire Cube. Check it out for free now. iHeartRadio. Anywhere you want to listen, iHeartRadio is there.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Quick swing pass, caught by Wingo, turns it upfield, 30, 35, Wingo 40, he goes to midfield. Forget it, folks, forget about it. Say goodnight to it. 75 yards on the first play from scrimmage. Ryan Wingo does it again. Pistol set, and trouble, and the ball's loose on the turf. Colin Simmons may have it. He pulled the ball out from Diego Pavia. Colin Simmons, a fumble recovery at the Commodore 29. Play action, Manning rolls right, looking to throw, still looking, rolls right, near the boundary, fires for the end zone, caught, touchdown Texas, C.J. Baxter. Cedric in the zone, a 6-yard catch for the score. First and goal from the 4. Toss left, Weisner cuts inside to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas. When Travian Weisner plows it in from 4 yards out, and Trey extends it to a 3-score lead for Texas. Shotgun snap, Manning has it, looks, fires for the end zone, caught, touchdown Emmett Mosley. Arch Manning took a huge blow, but delivered a strike to Mosley. His 3rd touchdown catch of the season. Arch hops up happily, and the Longhorns are back up 3 scores. So they'll snap it one time, and that'll do it here with 30 seconds to go. Fight to the finish. Longhorns were in command of this game for better than 3.5 quarters before the late surge by Vanderbilt, and that's going to do it. The Longhorns will survive an onside kick attempt again at the end of the football game, and there's still some chippiness and there's still some talking going on, but I think the cooler heads will prevail and the Longhorns will get the win. Texas wins its 4th straight game, and they go to 7-2 with an open date in front of them, which it looks like they'll need to try to heal up some of the injuries in the receiving and in the secondary rooms before they head to Athens, Georgia, 2 weeks from today to take on the Georgia Bulldogs. Final score this afternoon from Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium here in Austin, the Texas Longhorns 34, the Vanderbilt Commodores 31.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, El Paso, San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas, or wherever you may be listening. This is a Longhorns Victory Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Texas wins another game against a top 10 opponent. Sark and Arch find their groove, and the defense shines. The Dodgers win the World Series in epic fashion. Another week, another coach gets fired. We have Longhorn legend Fran Harris joining us at 8:17 as the Texas women tip off the season tonight at Moody. Also, the Dallas Cowboys are playing Monday Night Football. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we've got Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to leave a voicemail and voice your opinion on some things that we're talking about, because I know people already do have that, all you got to do is use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. If it's good enough, you might even hear it on air. But what you did hear on air was the Texas Longhorns getting that victory 34-31 on Saturday. But listen, here against the number 9 ranked at the time, Commodores from Vanderbilt. But here's the biggest thing for me when it comes to this game. That game wasn't even close. Texas put on a dominant performance early and often. And you could see the frustration starting to build with the Vanderbilt Commodores. They could not get anything going. The defensive pass rush that we thought we were going to see finally has shown up, and it's been showing up week in and week out over these last 4 weeks. It's been an impressive defensive performance from the guys up front. You see Ethan Burke getting paid. Ethan Burke is about to make a lot of money for what he's been doing these last couple of weeks. You also got a chance on the offensive side of the ball to see some changes and some different wrinkles on that offensive line. And dare I say, this might have been their best game blocking up front. Maybe some changes were done. But this was an opportunity for the Texas Longhorns on the stage to be at home for the first time in 42 days in front of 102,000 screaming fans. This was a big win for the Texas Longhorns.
Not only was it a big win, Hardge, it was medicine. It was necessary for Texas to show the world on a big stage, no, they're not philandering team, that they're actually starting to get it. And you look at the last 6 quarters, and I say that because Texas went in overtime, the 4th quarter and the overtime last week. I think they woke up and realized, oh, this is our identity. This is who we are. This is the way we have to fight. And if they continue that, then, man, this could be an interesting season.
Well, and that's the other part of it. People have been down on Texas for whatever reason. Maybe it was because you were the preseason number 1. Maybe it was because you went and dropped out of the top 25 for the first time for being a number 1 ranked team. But here you are continuing to battle and continuing to show up. As we talked about, Texas has done an unbelievable job to get to 7-2 and 4-1 in SEC play. Coach Sark always speaks about the fact of how everything is in front of you, and they continue to hit those marks. And Arch Manning is growing up right before our very eyes. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But here is Coach Sark talking about the victory in his opening statement on Saturday.
Alrighty. Really proud of our team. Proud of the way we came out to play right from the start. And, obviously 17-0 in the first quarter. With a anytime you score on the first play of the game, that's always nice. And then to create a turnover defensively, we didn't really capitalize with a touchdown, but we got the field goal, and then to turn around one more drive in the first quarter to score to get up 17-0. I thought the offense played really efficient football tonight or today. And that was going to be key against their style of offense, where they can minimize possessions. And so, just average yards per play on first down, I thought was really effective for us. 7-11 on third down, no turnovers, no sacks. and really scored on our first 6 drives of the game, with our 7th drive resulted in a missed field goal, and then the 8th drive was one right there at the end. So when you just talk about, efficiency in playing the game, I thought the offense did that. Defensively, we played well. You get 6 sacks, you get a turnover, you get 10 TFLs. It's just a little unfortunate. We gave up a couple of those plays late. But we'll get some of that rectified. We'll get that fixed, and we'll get some guys back healthy. We got a little banged up today. Wingo hurt his thumb. We were down a couple other receivers in the first half. Obviously Michael Taft wasn't able to go. We lost Jelani McDonald very early in the game. So that put Derek Williams and Xavier Filsamy in there. And then ultimately that had Jonah Williams out there. So guys stepped up, and that's what happens in November. But all in all, it was great coming back home, getting a big win in conference play, really almost a playoff type game in November. And now we get the bye, which is going to be needed for us before we finish up with the last 3-game slate. So it was a great win. Appreciate Longhorn Nation. Appreciate their support, showing up the way that it did. It's always tough 11 a.m. to do that, but they showed up. They were a factor in the game, and it was a great win for us.
Hardge, I want to give you a little credit. You told me to back it down. Not the expectation, but the fact that I love this Texas secondary. And when they lost a few people, it got a little shoddy back there. And now you're playing all these young people, and people are criticizing the secondary now. Before the season, didn't our world's strongest takes and our hard knock life is that the strength was how much depth they had in the secondary. We did a whole show almost on all of the young people and what we expected out of the guys that came back. I think it's too soon to be casting that judgment. You told me that they write that stuff just because they want to incite my riot.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to not let it bother me, but it's hard. It's hard, man.
Well, the thing is, too, when you look at this team, you understand who they are. They are a young team. Coach Sark will talk about it in a little bit, about how they're the youngest team in college football.
Yeah.
And each week you get better because you're playing reps. You're getting an opportunity to see game speed. You're getting a chance to get acclimated to the speed of the game and understanding your role the entire time. So as we said at the very beginning of the year, people were all over Arch, and I said, I guarantee you by the time the season is over, you're not going to remember that kid that played against Ohio State, who didn't play that bad. Right. Texas lost by 7 points. They were in the ball game. But you start looking at it, and we'll get into the numbers in a minute, but he's growing up against competition that are ranked, and he's continuing to play well.
Iron sharpens iron.
And he's getting quick game, which is turning into happiness for him.
Their formula.
Exactly. Yeah. We're just getting started on a Victory Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff. We'll hear from Arch. We'll hear from Ethan Burke and Anthony Hill. At 7:34 in the Hard Knocks Life, we'll get my take on the O-line. And, the Dodgers win the World Series. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The future is here. Arch Manning.
Arch to the 10. Arch to the 5. Arch to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas.
Hear every throw, every scramble, every touchdown on your home for the Horns.
Arch makes a tackle. 50, 45, to the 30. Dare I say it? Say goodnight to it. 67 yards. Arch to the house.
Don't miss a single moment of the Manning era on 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
A crash is in the final stages of being cleaned up on 130 northbound before Highway 290. Still seeing about a 5-minute slowdown from FM 973. Looking at the drive on I-35 northbound this morning, stop and go, making that transition from Onion Creek Parkway over to William Cannon, adding 10 minutes to your commute. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
N20628. Clogged drain or sewer lines? Call Abacus. Pipe, slab, or yard leaks? Call Abacus. Water leaks, toilet problems, any plumbing repairs? Abacus can do it all. Now get the 49 mainline special. Only $49. Clean out access required. Abacus. You can count on us.
This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. It was a fast and furious start in Austin, Texas, as the Texas Longhorns struck on the very first play of the game, with Arch Manning hitting Ryan Wingo for a 75-yard touchdown, electrifying the DKR Texas Memorial Stadium crowd against the Vanderbilt Commodores. Manning was locked in all night, 328 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and no turnovers. And that Texas defense came to play. 6 sacks and a stifling effort that held the Vanderbilt Commodores to just 58 yards rushing through 3 quarters. Texas led 34-10 before the Commodores made it interesting late, but the Horns got the onside kick to go out of bounds and held on to win 34-31. Texas moves to 7-2, 4-1 in SEC play, and of course stand firmly in the playoff conversation. Arch Manning continues growing, the defensive pass rush is improving, and the Texas Longhorns are finding ways to win. This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Hardball Hardge here, and they say everything's bigger in Texas, and at the Yellow Rose, that includes your Friday steak. From noon to 9, grab a 16-ounce bone-in ribeye that is literally as big as your face, certified Angus beef, cooked just right for only $20. Then come back for all your football action all weekend long. 2 giant high-def screens with sound plus 12 more TVs for every angle and replay you might have missed. Hungry? $10 Rose burgers, wings, tenders, and El Pastor pizza got you covered. Yellow Rose, where the views are amazing and so's the steak.
We started Henyon and Walsh for people like you. People with integrity, honesty, and loyalty. The result? We care about you and your investment success. We're dedicated to your financial goals, so we'll always give you our best efforts because you've earned it. We're Henyon and Walsh and committed to you. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Henyon & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Henyon & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Crafted with our signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. The PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
Sometimes you don't need a plan, you just need chicken. Hot, crispy, juicy chicken made fresh, never frozen every time you walk through the door. Tubble 22 is your neighborhood hot chicken spot with scratch-made sides, cold drinks, and southern hospitality that feels like home. From spicy sandwiches to that perfect buttermilk pie, we've got your sweet and spicy cravings covered. Austin, you've got a new favorite. Tubble 22. Come hungry, leave happy, and maybe a little on fire.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting Sabertooth Zip Ride or Pan for Gemstones. Take the Wild Cave Tour or the Hidden Passages Tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Texas Longhorns.
Welcome back to a Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 Zone. Mark Henry, Mike Hardball Hardge, and of course we've got our guy Marcus holding it in the next segment. I'll go in depth on my thoughts with what Hardge was able to do this past weekend and the significant change that has happened for this Texas football team. As we know that beginning of the week, Arch was in concussion protocol, and he felt like he was going to be able to go, but the fans were still trying to figure it out. You have the protocol, and the decisions are always made up by the doctors. If the doctors feel like he passed those tests, then he was definitely going to be able to be on the field. Well, game time came around. He was there, and he went out and had a spectacular performance. And here's Arch on what he had to say about his performance.
I think just playing games, experience, having some bad games. I think offense is starting to click a little bit. We got to continue to press and finish games, but I'm proud of the way we played today. Maybe the concussion helped.
But can you kind of go into it and how
Yeah,
comfortable you are?
I think it starts with the O-line. They played really well today. Receivers made plays, and that makes it a little bit easier on me. It's been a long month, I'll tell you that. But I think we've all grown closer together, and it's helped us in the long run. We just got to continue to press forward. This month of November is going to be no joke, so we just got to continue to get better and stay connected. Just try to take it one play at a time, and then hopefully we win at the end. But just continue to be a good leader. I'm probably still going to get chewed out. I mean, you see that Hail Mary, I threw it in the freaking student section. So there's lots to work on, but got to continue to get better.
He definitely, I was like, who is he throwing that ball to?
Hey, but I like his personality, though.
Oh, he's the best.
I love the fact that he's
best.
self-deprecating in a funny way, not like, being down on himself.
Yeah.
Like that shows maturity right there, because I was not that mature at 19. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah. Well, he's a good dude, and the way that he goes about his business, he's you can tell he's humble, but he gets excited. They showed a pregame when he was getting ready to go out, and he's like, we're back at the blinking crib. We're getting to go out on the crib. So he was excited to be back home. He went out there, played well, stood in, and took some hits on some big throws. I mean, he had no fear. There was a couple of times he ran, and then he got hit the first time, and then it looked like, I was like, oh, my God. Then he puts his hands up like, yeah, I'm here. So
we sat together watching the game.
Yeah.
And at one point in the second half, when he threw the ball to Mosley, he got hit in the mouth. I mean, there's never been another quarterback on earth that ever played this game that stood in there and was the model of consistency like he was on that play. He took it right to the grill, face mask to face mask. Stood in there. He is not afraid.
No, he's not. He's not. And he's a talented quarterback. Over the last two games, he's 54 of 79 with a 68% completion rate and 6 touchdowns. No turnovers. He's playing really good football. And again, I believe the quick game has helped him so much, getting the ball in and out of his hands, making the right decision. He's even prolonging plays to extend them so he can get a touchdown to C.J. Baxter. His ability to scramble has been really, really good. But somebody else who's been playing really well has been Ethan Burke. And Ethan Burke gave some credit to his coaching staff after that big performance.
Yeah, no, it was good. I think we had 6 sacks. Someone told me they gave up 7 on the year. So it's just a credit to the coaches putting us in the right spot and creating the right plan and helping us out throughout the week and us playing as one as a defensive line.
And the beautiful part about it, they've had a 4-game SEC winning streak, and they've recorded 23 sacks, 37 tackles for loss. Colin Simmons is now with 6.5 sacks. He had a sack and a strip fumble recovery right after he made that. Then you have Anthony Hill Jr., who's got 4, and now Ethan Burke has been getting after it as well. For Saturday morning, Ethan Burke had 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss. Colin Simmons had a sack and 1.5 tackles for loss. Anthony Hill, Trey Moore, and Brad Spence each had a sack. So these guys are understanding. Brad Spence is becoming a major part of the success of this Texas defense. But they did not go without a breakdown. And Anthony Hill, when the touchdown was to Eli Stowers down the sideline. It was a miscommunication, and you heard Sark at the very beginning. He talked about Michael Taft being out, then Jelani being out, and those injuries mounting on the back end. So the communication has to go with Anthony Hill, and he said that he will take the fault for that.
Yeah, it starts with me and some of the linebackers, man. We got to do a better job of communicating. It goes down to communicating and being able to execute the game plan. So I'll take responsibility there for that, man. We got to do a good job of executing and getting the call around. So that's really what it was.
Because you can't let that guy, the tight end, run up the sideline like that.
No, not unabated. Not nobody bumping him off the line or going with the drag. Like, there was just nobody there.
Yeah.
And two people went with the same guy. And you knew that was – we remember 3 years ago, we used to see that very commonly.
Yeah.
And now we're spoiled. One play we criticize. I'm not criticizing them. They made a mistake. They realized it. They owned up to it. But they won the game, guys.
Yeah.
So let's keep it moving. Y'all, all this hyperbolic. I'm a bully you. I'm so glad you talked to me last week and said, Mark, they trying to get you. Just because we don't do shock radio don't mean that everybody else is not going to.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm trying. I'm better today, right?
Are you? Because it seems like you're thinking that people are hyperbolic. They're not hyperbolic about it. They understand what has happened. Texas won the game. The game shouldn't have been that close.
No,
Texas went into prevent defense, and that prevents you from winning. So if you get out there, you go out there and keep your all gas, no brakes needs to be that, and it needs to be the same on the defense.
Put
the defense,
your foot in their neck.
for real. I mean, there was that game could have been a lot worse.
It could have been lopsided, yeah.
It should have been a lot worse. I mean, getting down to that and coming up with an onside kick situation, it should have never gotten to that. And Coach Sark is going to talk about it, and that's what he said. When he goes back in, they're going to go and look at the film. It is good, bad, and ugly Monday at the press conference. Speaking of the press conference, that can be heard right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. His press conference starts at 11 a.m. today, not 11:30. His press conference will start at 11 a.m., but you can hear it all right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone.
You think he learned from doing that because he just said that he was going to make changes?
Well, I think it's not just him. As well as the defense played early in the game for 3 quarters, it was 34-10.
Yeah.
It was 34-10. And you knew that he was going to be throwing the ball a lot. So when you play soft coverages, you're going to get those yards. You saw it in the NFL yesterday. People playing off and they were missing tackles. And so those types of things continue to happen. But for me, I enjoyed the fact that Texas won the game and was in a dominant place early, because this is a Vanderbilt team that we talked about all week about Diego Pavia. We talked a lot about what he brings to the table for this team. They're not a team that should be able to come from behind to beat you. They're not built like that. And so when Texas got out front and started really putting it on them, that game should have been, it could have been 44-54. It could have been a lot worse than what it was. And it kind of got stuck in a rut. Now, they're a D1 team. They made some adjustments. They did some things differently. But for Texas, I know that Coach Sark is looking at that film going, we left a lot of meat on that bone.
Hey, can I give a special shout out to the fans though? The DKR was loud.
Oh yeah, they was rocking.
Starting off is, you go that long without having a home game. They were ready.
Yeah, I think they were more ready to come and see us over at Bevo Boulevard on Winship Circle, hook 'em hangout early in the morning. But you're right. When they got on that field, it was all about business, and it was impressive.
And they started early.
They got it quick. That's right. Got the ball and went down there and scored on first play. People hadn't even got to their seats yet, and they were already hearing the cheer. It was like the cannon was going off. When we come back, we're going to continue the conversations. I got to shout out to my man, Arch Manning. And, of course, I got to give a shout out to Sark because they made one move that seem to be the key to success on the offensive side of the ball. We'll talk about it right here on The Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Delays are growing due to a crash on I-35 southbound at Wells Branch Parkway that blocks off the 2 right lanes. It's causing a 25-minute slowdown from Highway 45. The opposite direction, I-35 northbound at Palmer Lane, a stalled vehicle blocks off the right lane, but the stall has cleared from the interchange ramp from Highway 45 westbound to southbound 183. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
In 20628.
Need an AC company you can count on? Call Abacus. From tune-ups to repairs and the latest indoor air quality solutions, Abacus can do it all. Now you can fix or replace your AC system with zero down financing. If you want the best, call Abacus. You can count on us.
Hey, Texas fans, Craig Way here. It's time to kick off your deck project with TimberTech. A real decking all-star, TimberTech is the #1 brand in premium decking. It delivers real wood looks without the costly maintenance, and it will never rot, warp, splinter, or peel. Plus, with industry-leading warranties, you know your deck will perform at the top of its game season after season. Take a look, and you'll be hooked. Order free samples online at timbertech.com.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
With football season in full swing, the World Series, and basketball season tipping off, there's no better place to get in on the action than BetOnline, your #1 source for all things sports. BetOnline gives you more ways to play, with the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action, so you never miss a moment. And don't forget the VIP program with exclusive level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. Head to BetOnline today, because at BetOnline, the game starts here.
See website for details. BillsHappen.com is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to BillsHappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
BillsHappen.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what? I went to BillsHappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Spurs fell to the Suns for their first loss of the season. Victor Wembanyama just 9 points, 6 turnovers in the loss. Broncos with a 34-yard field goal as time expired beat the Texans in Houston. Quarterback C.J. Stroud left early with a concussion. Monday Night Football, Cowboys host the Cardinals. Arizona will start Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. Texas up 6 spots to 13 in this week's Coaches Bowl. I'm Ron Tomas.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz. Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
I'm Cal Penn, and on my new podcast, Here We Go Again, we'll take today's trends and headlines and ask, why does history keep repeating itself? Each week, I'm calling up my friends like Bill Nye, Lily Singh, and Pete Buttigieg to talk about everything from the space race to psychedelics.
You're a citizen of Earth, Cal.
My goal here is for you to listen and feel a little better about the future. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Here We Go Again with Cal Penn, and listen now.
Texas football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Make sure you're tuned in at 8:17 as we'll have lifetime Longhorn Fran Harris joining us to talk college basketball, NBA basketball, WNBA, everything basketball, because basketball starts today. It's already tipped off. They've got a marathon going on ESPN and YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is still some people. But we got to figure a way to get that taken out. But basketball is here for the Vikings. But my take today is going to be more about what I saw from this football game in regards to Arch Manning, the offensive line, and, of course, the defensive line of what they've been able to do. But it's more about the offensive side of the ball. Mark alluded to it earlier when the questions were being asked about Coach Sark in the offensive coordinator position and should you bring somebody in, and I kept saying too, number one, make it a quick game, get the ball out of his hands. But the other part of it is the scheme was there. The shots weren't being hit and there were some missing and he didn't have time. It's amazing what a quarterback can do when he has time to throw the football. I went through the stats over the last 2 games for Arch Manning, and they're pretty remarkable. 68% completion rate, 674 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 2 SEC wins. But not only Texas is sitting at 4-1 in the SEC, there was a hiccup at Florida. But what did we see in the hiccup at Florida? We saw Arch Manning keeping the team engaged. We saw Arch Manning keeping the team alive. So there was an opportunity for this team to be able to win that ball game. But Arch Manning was asked, and of course, Sark was asked about Arch and then how he seems light years from where he was earlier and with these statement wins.
I do think he's grown up. I mean, he just looks so much more mature. He looks so much more poised. He looks so much more confident, and he's got a lot more trust in those guys around him. I think that continuity of playing with them more and more and more, just his ability to manage the game and change protections and work the shot clock and take the shots when they're there and check the ball down when the check downs were there. I mean, there was a really big play. I guess that would have been late in the third quarter. We called a double move. I think it was to Parker on their sidelines, and it wasn't there. And he checked the ball down to Trey Wisner, which probably doesn't seem like much. But I think it was a gain about 9 yards. And I don't know if Arch was going to do that a month ago. I think he might have just let it rip to Parker and might have fallen incomplete. But his ability to get through reads, and there's another critical third down. He gets to about his 4th read and hits Emmett Mosley on a backside in cut for a critical third down conversion. And, he's allowed to do that because the protection was good. But I don't know if we were doing that. I don't know if we were even doing that 3 weeks ago. And so, he's really growing up before our eyes, and he's making great decisions, and he's throwing the ball accurately. And that's why you're 7-11 on third down, and I think at one point he was completed 18 to 19 passes, so very proud of him. It's been a long year. He's been through a lot. And so for him to have some of the success he's having right now is, he deserves it. As far as the statement win goes, they're all statement wins right now. We put ourselves in this position, when you lose your conference opener, it's one game at a time at that point. And last year in this conference, we went 7-1, and that was the best record in the regular season in the SEC. 6-2 got you into the SEC championship game. And like I told the team, I don't know if 6-2 is going to be good enough this year. I think 7-1's got to be the deal. And the only way to go 7-1 is to win the next one. And that was our focus this week. Like I said, I addressed what the month of November was going to be with the team, but then we got right into why this game is so important. If the month of November is going to be that important, and that's going to be the next game too. And we've got to pour all of our energy and focus and intent into the next game. But hey, we all know what the goals are for the season, so we can be real with them about that.
Main thing about that is what he said about Arch being light years from where he was. But you know how that became a part of it? He had time. And so Coach Sark was asked about how he characterized the offensive line and protecting Arch and creating a running game, because that's how he can do play action.
Yeah, no, I thought they were very effective. I thought Arch this was the best protection he's gotten all year. And that's a credit to everybody. Obviously, we made a little adjustment, moving Cole Hudson to guard and playing Connor at center. I thought that solidified some things, gave us a little bit more experience in there. Thought our tackles did a nice job. And I thought Arch, to his credit, helped them. He did some things in protection to pick some things up to allow us to throw it down the field. But it allowed him to get through reads. When you can get to your second, third reads in a progression, that means your protection is pretty good. And then, run game wise, we're making some progress. I thought we made a ton of progress with the offensive line. We didn't have negative runs. We had a couple, but I think there's more there for us, and we can continue to improve at that. But proud of our offensive line. Again, you're not a finished product in September and October. We can continue to improve, and that group is an example that they're getting better.
And he talked about the running game, about how getting better. They got 100 yards in this matchup. It's been a while since Texas have felt that good about it. Arch and his completion percentage was through the roof. He had 13.1 yards per completion. So, and 3 passing touchdowns. So he did his part. But the thing about it is, now the people are starting to say, oh, this is the quarterback that we thought we were going to see. You're doggone right, but it takes time. I mean, you got to figure out a way to get things done. And what he was able to do was had time to throw the football. He moved in the pocket. He would step up when he felt the pressure. He would make his escape, and he found ways to get into the end zone. So to me, this is why I say be patient with these quarterbacks, because the game and the nuances are different. You look at his connection now with Emmett Mosley, somebody who missed all summer and is just now getting time on the field. He is getting it. So he's getting another touchdown. He's finding moments. Jack Indries, another guy that he's starting to work with. He's already had relationships with Livingston and DeAndre Moore, but now you look at what Ryan Niblett has been able to do. They're finding ways to get their playmakers the ball, and it all happens to be because of the quick game. Good adjustment by Coach Sark. Great adjustment by Arch Manning. And, of course, this Texas football team now gets a chance to heal and rest up before they go to Athens, Georgia, their kryptonite. We got to figure out a way to get it done. Coming up next, we're going to talk Major League Baseball. They did it, folks. Their dynasty is here. And I ain't talking about
Craig
the
Way
Yankees.
hasn't stopped smiling yet.
Exactly. We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorn, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football. Touchdown! Texas wins! We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football.
On 1300 The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Delays are growing due to a crash on I-35 southbound at Wells Branch Parkway that blocks off the two right lanes. It's causing a 25-minute slowdown from Highway 45. The opposite direction, I-35 northbound at Palmer Lane, a stalled vehicle blocks off the right lane, but the stall has cleared from the interchange ramp from Highway 45 westbound to southbound 183. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mucinex 12-Hour DM.
Not today, cough and chest congestion. Most medicines let mucus build back up after 4 hours. With just one pill, Mucinex 12-Hour works continuously to break up mucus and move it up and out. Mucinex 12-Hour. Rid the congestion. Kill the cough. Use as directed. Kill the cough with Mucinex 12-Hour DM.
Mark Henry here. If you want to start your day the sweet way, I have just the place for you. Shipley's Donuts in Dripping Springs. Since 1936, Shipley's has been a Texas tradition, and they've been putting out hot, fresh donuts and kolaches every morning. Swing by 13341 West Highway 290. Open at 5 a.m. daily. Classic glaze, savory kolaches, joy in every bite. You on your way to school, work, practice? Skip the line. Order ahead on the Shipley's app. Fresh, fast, delicious. That's Shipley's in Dripping Springs. Take it from me. They're the best.
I turned off news altogether.
I hate to say it, but I don't trust much of anything.
It's the rage bait.
It feels like it's trying to divide people.
We got clear facts. Maybe we can calm down a little.
NBC News brings you clear reporting. Let's meet at the facts. Let's move forward from there. NBC News, reporting for America.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Downy rinse tonight, and I need it more. I can't rest the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do. I'm always in the dark. The sweat and that short smells like a dog park. Downy rinse it tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Target's early Black Friday deals are almost here, and they're bigger than ever. Take 40% off select gifts and holiday decor for 3 days only, starting this Thursday. Score can't-miss deals on new fits for the whole fam, festive lights and decorations to brighten your home, and even top toys like select Lego sets for endless holiday fun. Shop in-store or online, but don't miss out. These deals are going fast. 40% off gifts and holiday decor starts Thursday only at Target. Restrictions apply.
This is Jim. Hello. Jim started advertising with iHeartRadio way back in April. And now,
I have customers out the door.
And this is Sarah.
Hi.
She started putting a portion of her marketing dollars in podcasting back in June.
Business is booming. That's why I'm working on a Saturday.
Want to be like Jim and Sarah? It's easy. All you have to do is own or manage a business and reach out to iHeart. Get started today at 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
Nobody does happy hour like Twin Peaks. From tequila cocktails to top shelf spirits and 29-degree drinks. Their drink menu is stacked. Bourbons, craft beers, ice bars, and so much more. Cheers to the adventure. Make sure you stop by Twin Peaks today.
Get the Apple Leasing Advantage today. Visit appleleasing.com. That's appleleasing.com.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KBET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Tweens have mastered the art of tuning out. Jen, there's a spider in the car. We're turning your room into a home gym. See? Nothing. But some messages need to get through, like making sure they're buckled up the whole ride, every time. Do whatever it takes to make your child listen. Jen, I friended your boyfriend.
Wait, what?
Buckle up, sweetie.
Never give up until they buckle up. Learn more at safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Bounces one up the middle. Blitz to the back. Over the first to beat the champ. You gotta knock him out.
The L.A. Dodgers find a way to get it done in one of the most epic World Series that was ever played. If you are a fan of baseball, you enjoyed every second of the World Series, unless you are a Toronto Blue Jay, but you got to tip your cap to that series and what the Dodgers were able to do. The entire time you're sitting there thinking, you got to punch them. You got to finish this game out. You cannot let them in to this moment, and that's exactly what ended up happening. You look at this game and the moments and the people that were involved. You see a home run by Bo Bichette, his first home run to center field, and then you see Max Muncy and what he was able to do. The game just going back to back to back, and then a person who hadn't hit a home run in the postseason, Miguel Rojas, hits a breaking ball out of the park to tie the game. Will Smith is a guy that has been the big-time player for them. If they needed a big hit, Will Smith was the one who got it for them. You look at what Yamamoto was able to do as the starting pitcher and coming in to finish the game out. That's big-time stuff. So he gets the MVP. But I want you to hear Mookie Betts on this double play. Now, look, I've won 3 championships in my career, and the ball has come to me 2 of those times. I've also lost some World Series in rookie ball. I've lost the World Series because I threw the ball in the stands 3 times. So your boy had a tough time. But Mookie says exactly what I was thinking when the ball was hit to him. And let's not forget, Mookie Betts is an outfielder. He comes back in. He learns how to play shortstop. By the way, he worked out with Troy Tulowitzki, to Texas assistant coach, to be able to play shortstop and learning the position. But he was talking to Alex Rodriguez, and Alex asked him, what was your thought when the ball was hit to you?
Honestly, nobody knows because they were in my head, but I was so nervous right there. I've never been in that situation, and I was so nervous, and I literally, as he was pitching the ball, I was talking to myself saying, be nasty, Mook, just make a play, be nasty, be nasty, be nasty. And like you said, the ball found me, and I just kind of played. I don't know what happened, but all the work in the backfields, it all came to fruition this season.
Well, you look like the wizard, Ozzie Smith.
Thank you, sir.
The wizard, Ozzie Smith. Because if you look at that play, Mookie comes across the bag and he throws an absolute laser and hits Freddie Freeman right in the chest. That right there knows when you're at the big league level, that's a big time play. And they've made 2 big time plays to end the ball game. Game 6, the fly ball to left field. Base running malfunction on second base. You have nowhere to go. You get doubled up on a ball to left field to end the game. And then that right there, earlier in the game, bad base running again cost you a run. So the Blue Jays, fundamental baseball is what I've always talked about. Situational baseball is for these types of moments to win championships.
Man, that dude got that warning track power. Like, he threw the ball so hard. You remember when Bo would take the ball off the wall and nobody would be like, oh, he got a relay.
Yeah.
There was no relay.
Yeah.
That was him throwing. That's what that throw looked like.
Yeah.
It looked like if you don't catch it, it's gonna hit you and hurt you.
Yeah, he let that thing go. And Mookie,
it's amazing.
Mookie
man.
is a great athlete. And like I said, this is his 4th championship in the big leagues and 8 seasons in the big leagues. So kudos to Mookie. Even though he didn't play great, he didn't have a great batting performance. He was big defensively. But Magic Johnson, he just finds a way to win. And Magic is happy for one Clayton Kershaw, who is finally done with baseball, and he goes out a champion.
but I'm happy for Kershaw to go out as a champion. And then I'm happy for myself because that's 18 championship rings.
Well, I gotta throw that in there. You know.
You sound like Reggie Jackson.
18.
Every time I see Reggie, tell me
Man,
how
you're gonna have to put on some toes.
You're going to have to put them on your toes, David Ortiz. But, yeah, that right there is what it's all about, being able to have the success. And Magic said it. I mean, you look at what he's been able to do in his career. He's finding ways to put together great organizations to win, and the Dodgers do it once again and send Clayton Kershaw off to retirement with another championship.
That's amazing. I mean, to be a guy that wins one championship is incredible. To win two, wow, God is really showing you favor. To win 3, 4, 5, up to 18, that means that you're special.
And he's been in different spots. You know, you start looking at what he's been able to do in different areas. And I look at what the Dodgers as a team, as a whole, because a lot of people think that, you know, you're going to get there. And then you look across in the other dugout. Don Mattingly, 40 years in the game, does not have a World Series ring. Donnie Baseball does not have a World Series ring. You look at what Vladimir Guerrero was able to do, Jr. was able to do during this playoff run. Got paid $500 million at the beginning of the season. He played his behind off.
He was well worth the money.
He played his behind off, and he thought that he was about to win that ring because he said if they won the World Series, he was giving it to his dad. So he's thinking ahead of it all. So you start to understand what this looks like in the journey of baseball. Everybody's like, oh, man, it's so long. But this is the epic closure to a season. LA Dodgers, back-to-back world champions. Think about what we've seen from Shohei Ohtani in his career, the numbers that he's put up, and being able to do that in such a short period of time.
Didn't you say that money is already paid off?
It's already paid off. It's already paid off.
It's crazy.
It is unreal when you think about what we've seen when it comes to Major League Baseball and all of these guys that are involved. Continues to happen, man. We're just getting started for hour number 2 is right around the corner. Fran Harris joins us at 8:17. But first, we got to talk NFL. These quarterbacks, protect them at all costs. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Some fans always question the calls like they're in the booth themselves. Hey, was that foot in? Was that targeting? We need a review. Why are you reviewing everything? You know why? Because Bud Light has not been checked. Make sure you review that if you want to make sure that that is always a good call. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas football. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Crafted with our signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. The PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2. and you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs. Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest-growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season. I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text EDGE to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text EDGE to 321-321. That's EDGE to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
There's a party in your pocket.
The free iHeartRadio app. Live radio, playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet.
And with one tapping, all become presets.
Make sure the free iHeartRadio app is on your smartphone now.
The #1 app for radio. iHeartRadio.
Live concerts. Getting back to the moments we miss starts with getting informed. Get the latest info about COVID-19 vaccines at getvaccineanswers.org. It's up to you. Brought to you by iHeartRadio and the Ad Council.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KBET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. In hour number 1, we talked about the Texas Longhorns handling their business over the Vanderbilt Commodores 34-31, but the game truly was not even close. Texas had a dominant performance by the defense. Arch Manning played outstanding. It was all hands on deck for the Texas Longhorns, and they were able to pull it out. We also got a chance to talk about the Dodgers winning the World Series in dramatic fashion. They just find a way to get it done, and that's what champions do. On the call, you heard them say, in order to become the champ, you've got to beat the champ, and that is where they fail. Coming up at 8:17, we'll have Fran Harris talking hoops as we get ready for the basketball season. It has already tipped off across the country. It's already started, and there's games being played right now on YouTube. There will be games on the 4-letter network all day long. But Texas women will take on Incarnate Word tonight to kick off their quest to get back to the Final Four and finish it off. We also have the Dallas Cowboys playing tonight against the Arizona Cardinals. Big time game for the Cowboys, so big that all of the 4-letter network is invaded Texas and are in Arlington today. All their shows are being done in Dallas. But also in the state of Texas, it was rough yesterday for one C.J. Stroud, as C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans went out there. Here's the other thing. This is where you know you need help on the backup role, You said it all year. You talked about it early. CJ does not need to be out there running. If CJ stays in this game and does not have this happen to him.
Between Juice Scruggs and Laken Tomlinson again this week. Four-man pressure from Denver. Stroud breaks for contain. He'll run up the middle, and he gets popped. Chris Abrams drained, and here comes the flag. C.J. Stroud got hammered to the turf at the 30-yard line.
And if he does not have that happen, I firmly believe that the Houston Texans would have won that game against the Denver Broncos. That was one of my picks. I believe that they were going to do it just because I hate Sean Payton. But this was an unfortunate hit for the Texans. C.J. Stroud in concussion protocol did not come back in the game, and they end up losing the game 18-15 on a walk-off.
I told you that ego is a bad thing. He gained 12 pounds in the offseason, and he started talking about how he wanted to run the ball more.
A little bit more, yeah.
And I told you, I said, you know what? That's great as long as he what?
Gets down.
Get down.
He tried. He tried to get down right there.
And that kid, in defense of that kid that hit him, it wasn't a dirty hit.
No, it was him hitting the back of his head.
He was running.
Yeah.
He was, like I said that about Pavia. Hit him and hit him off. And if you want to act like a running back, you treat him like what? A running back.
Yeah.
And he got treated like a running back. And I think he's going to learn a valuable lesson from this.
Well, he has to, because now he's in the protocol, and we'll see what ends up happening there. Another crazy game was the Chicago Bears versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Flacco throws for 470 yards. Joe Flacco, all he does is try to put his team in position for wins, and they thought they had it. And then Caleb Williams, who quietly is balling.
Wasn't Flacco, like a couple of weeks ago, like filling out applications for Costco?
No, he didn't have to, because as Mike Tomlin told you, Andrew Berry, the general manager of the Cleveland Browns, figured it was cool to trade him within the division because he knows something we don't know. And, well, he went out and continued to put up big numbers. As I said, he was 31 of 47, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But Caleb Williams and his crew doing what they do. Caleb threw for 280 yards, ran for 530, and he also caught a pass. He's been doing it all for a touchdown.
Ran for 500 yards?
No, 53 yards.
Oh, 53. Well, you the one said 503. Yeah.
Well, we'll go back and find the tape. We'll listen to it. But he was able to catch a pass as well. He caught 2 passes for 22 yards and a touchdown. So he threw for 3 touchdowns, and he caught a pass for a touchdown. But it was the fact that the defense of Cincinnati could not stop anybody. They needed one stop, and they end up losing the game 47-42. Last night, the final game of the night was one that Washington Commander fans are having a tough time with because of the fact that there was an injury that happened at the end of the game, that this game was out of control early. Seattle, one of the better teams, Sam Darnold, putting respect on your name. I think you have found a home.
Yeah.
And now he is dealing with it. But this was not good for the Washington Commanders.
Dirty is coordinated. Good move by Daniels to get away from the first hit, but even better play by Drake Thomas to stay with the elusive Washington quarterback who's hurt. Jaden Daniels down and in some pain. So Daniels going down right away in this really injury-plagued, nothing going right season for Washington takes another awful turn. Daniels got tangled and the arm just gets pinned. And immediate concern from the athletic training staff and everybody over there to look after Jaden Daniels.
Out of there. He's going to be out for quite some time. Marcus Mariota will end up being the quarterback for them, but it was a bad look. They never had a chance in this ball game, and I knew it was going to be bad because the first 3 dropbacks that he had to run. So it was an awful look right there. So 3 dropbacks, 3 times he had to run. He ended up running the ball 10 times for 51 yards, but that is not what you want from your starting quarterback, who is fragile. He's already been hurt already this season 3 times. So he's already missed 3 games. So why are you having him run?
Well, it's the C.J. Stroud playbook. Like you want to run the ball. Like, stop running the ball.
That's his game, though. That's CJ. That's Jaden Daniels' game.
Isn't part of getting down should be his game?
I agree with you 100%. But he won the Heisman Trophy because he could run. He was the 2nd overall pick because of his ability to run with the football. He doesn't need. I mean, you would think he would understand that they're bigger, stronger, faster than what you're used to seeing in college.
Right.
But if he doesn't have his legs, then what does he have? You know? So it's an interesting dynamic, but the folks are talking about how eerily similar it is to what we've seen from RG3 as well with his time in Washington, being able to run around and then your career get cut short.
They picked some good ones, but they picked some
both Heisman Trophy winners.
Fragile, what'd you call them?
Fragile. They're both fragile. Another big game yesterday that everyone was looking forward to was the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to Buffalo. Buffalo, Josh Allen finding a way to get it done. Him and his team win the game 28-21. Patrick Mahomes didn't have a Patrick Mahomes-like day. Nothing was going right for them. So it's an interesting look when it comes to this team. Rashee Rice, thank you, but no thank you, because I need more from you. I need more from Patrick. I don't think I'm winning my fantasy league game because of them.
Oh, my gosh. No, we're not. Hey, I thought that using Travis Kelce as a decoy was not a good decision. If they use him in a feature, because they would, man, you see the coverage?
Yeah, they were popping.
Buffalo was, they was on their game last night, coverage-wise.
Yeah, they were popping.
So why not have him? And, of course, I think that he went away from Kelce because Kelce even got popped going across that middle.
Yeah.
It looked like old school football.
Yeah, he was getting hit really, really hard. So we'll see what ends up happening moving forward. But yesterday in the NFL was a wild and woolly day. And the thing about it to me, too, you start looking at all of these games and how it's starting to shape up. There were some good football games yesterday that a lot of folks were looking at and saying, well, I don't know. I told you the Steelers. I thought the Steelers were going to win against Indy. Indy, for one, they look good. I mean, Daniel Jones threw for 342 yards, but they stopped the running game, and Jonathan Taylor was the running game.
Yeah.
And for them to be able to win that game, scoring 17 in the second quarter, that was huge for Pittsburgh. You look at Minnesota, didn't expect them to go in and beat the Vikings 27-24, but J.J. McCarthy seems to be the answer for them.
I told you at the beginning of the year that he wasn't a quarterback that played last year, that he should be the rookie of the year this year, and he's playing like it these last 2 games.
And then you look at what the Panthers were able to do, to go and beat the Green Bay Packers at home. And, of course, we had a 68-yard field goal from the Cam Little of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just unbelievable plays this weekend. Games were outstanding. Christian McCaffrey continues to show that he is the best back in the NFL, the ultimate weapon.
Yeah.
You look at what the Rams are. I told you, real contender for the Super Bowl, and it just continues to get better and better. Cowboys, Cardinals tonight. That'll ruin your Monday.
Yeah.
But coming up next, we're going to talk to Fran Harris, lifetime Longhorn legend. Fran Harris joins us in just a moment right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
In their inaugural season in the SEC, the Texas Longhorns made history.
For the first time in 22 years, the Texas women are headed for the Final Four.
Now, they're back to finish what they started.
To hoop, and she scores! And she scores!
will hoist it from half court and makes it. Listen to Texas women's basketball all season long on 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Win. That's win. Enter it now.
AM 1300 The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
A change to the better on I-35 southbound. The earlier crash at Wells Branch Parkway has cleared, but you're still a little slow starting from Highway 79. The right shoulder is blocked off by an accident on the 290 toll road westbound at Springdale Road. There's also a crash on the Mopac Service Road northbound just after Loop 360. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there, too.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders' soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
NBC News focuses on the facts, looking deeper and listening wider. It's clear reporting, free from opinion. Facts, clarity, calm. NBC News, reporting for America.
For over 80 years, Austin Telco Federal Credit Union has been putting our community first. With 24 locations across the greater Austin area, we're here to help with every stage of life. Buying a car or home, saving for family, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. Enjoy high deposit rates, low loan rates, and no monthly service fees. Plus, manage your money anytime with our powerful digital banking tools, including credit score monitoring and budgeting made easy. Open your account today online or in person. Visit atfcu.org to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Are you totally fed up with Austin City Hall? It's one embarrassment after another. Ridiculous $1 million logos, a $10 million scheme for New York art at the airport, zero budget transparency. City Hall thinks taxpayers are their piggy bank. Wait until you hear this. Recently, the City Council voted 10-1 to place the largest property tax increase in Austin history on the November 4th ballot this year. That's right. Unless you join our fight and we defeat Prop Q, your Austin property taxes are going up 20% forever. Can you afford to stay in your home? Your last day to vote is Election Day, Tuesday, November 4th. We must stop this insanity. Join us, SaveAustinNow.com. Vote no on Prop Q. Political ad paid for by Save Austin Now PAC, Leland Bickers, Treasurer.
Log Longhorns football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff. As you know, this is a Legends of the Locker Room segment that we normally have on Thursdays, but since basketball season tipped off already today, I think it's only right that we bring on a lifetime Longhorn legend, Fran Harris, to join us today to talk all things basketball, from WNBA to NBA and, of course, the Texas Longhorns. Good morning, Fran.
Morning, guys. How are y'all?
We're good. We're good. We're excited to have you on. Mark was like, we got to get her back on. Basketball season is about to start. But before we get into basketball, I know that you guys are going to be hosting the Austin Sports Awards on December the 17th. Is this the first or second time that you've been able to host this?
This is the inaugural ASAs, and the ASA goes to the Austin Sports Awards. It's the first time anyone has gathered specifically for the Central Texas, if you will, Metro Austin area, to really acknowledge and celebrate the greatness in sports in this area. So it's the first one, but it won't be the last.
I love it. I love it. And of course, you got the big fella to sit in with you. So that always does that too.
Takes it a little over the top with the crazy, but that's exactly what I wanted.
You can't have both of us in the same room, or nevertheless the same stage. Within 2 feet of each other.
Well, let's get we didn't want this to be a whole, the kinds of programs you have at your church and those kinds of things. And I was like, who can be my co-conspirator who is going to be off the charts, rein them in. People always say, bring her back in, bring her back. That's what I wanted for the Austin Sports Awards. And so I know Mark's going to deliver on that.
Well, I try to do that every morning. I try to bring them in every single morning.
Herding cats, baby.
It's going to be rough for both of y'all on the same.
We might need somebody to come moderate between us.
We need a wrangler.
Keep it on the rails. Keep it on the rails. Let's talk about it. I wanted to talk WNBA real quick because I know the last time that we talked to you, we were talking about trying to get a team here in Austin. It ended up going to a different franchise, but the fight is still going on, correct?
Yeah, we remain interested. I mean, obviously, it would be a different conversation if the awards had gone to independent cities like Austin or Nashville or Kansas City, but they went to NBA owners, which wasn't a surprise. As an insider, wasn't a surprise at all that that's what they decided to do. They want the NBA owners to eat because the economics are great right now in the WNBA. So while I was very irritated by that, I also understood that.
I still don't like it. I think that
it's irritating
for teams that actually they had franchises before, and those franchises didn't succeed because of support, and you don't give somebody else a shot. Like I thought that was horrible. But
I agree.
Fran, I'm looking so forward to sharing the stage with you at the Austin Sports Awards. Can you tell everybody how they can support and come and be entertained by two of Austin's accomplished and absolutely crazy people?
Yes. So support looks like getting your cheeks in the seats. So cheeks in the seats.
Okay.
You can go get your that's I love that's my moniker. Get some cheeks in the seats so you can attend on the 17th with this, which is a Wednesday, by the way. It's a Wednesday afternoon. It's more like a tailgating celebration, so you should feel very comfortable in the space. But yeah, you can go to austinsportsawards.com, get all the details, see me and Mark on the website and talking about what the show is going to be like. But you've never been to an award show like this. That much I can tell you. It's going to be fun. It's going to be light. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be some good grub. And we're going to recognize some great folks in Austin who have been doing their things in sports.
So what is it wrapped around? What is it? What is it for college, high school, everybody?
It's the best of. Yeah, it's the best of. So give you an example. The best of Austin. Great question. So for instance, athlete of the year, I didn't say college. I didn't say high school. I didn't say pros. I said, who do you think has had the best year? So that could be an athletic kid. That could be a kid in high school. That could be a kid in, in college, it can be whatever. So that's what's great about the Austin Sports Awards. I didn't want it to feel like we were narrowing the awards or the audience. So you're going to see people in the room who are in college. You're going to see people who have been here for 40 years. You're going to see some high school coaches get some legacy awards. So it's a combination of audiences that have really done it in sports over the last year. So, and you have to be a 2025 participant. So no awards from 2024 to 25. Literally your feats have taken place in the calendar year of 2025.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. We're talking to Fran Harris, lifetime Longhorn and a legend on the 40 acres as she continues her quest to bring Austin back onto the map, because Austin definitely deserves that.
We deserve it. We deserve it.
So I wanted to ask you this because, the WNBA, we've talked about that, and they're in the process of an injunction right now, if I'm not mistaken, for
CBA.
Work stoppage, the CBA. You said it, you mentioned it yourself. They've been making a lot of money this past year. The players are starting to get a little restless and want a big piece of the pie. What is the next step for this to work out?
Well, in a bold move, I don't know if y'all saw it this past summer, the players wore black t-shirts that said, "Pay us what you owe us," which I thought was so dope. It didn't say pay us what we are due, which has a different resonance. They said, pay us our money. Like literally, we see the returns, we see people in the stands, we see the sponsorship increase. Pay us what you owe us. And so there is a good chance there could be stoppage, which people think though a lockout and stoppage are the same thing, and they're not. So the players, we've seen in other leagues where they have continued to work while they negotiate. I don't know if that's going to be the case for the WNBA, because there's a lot of back pay that needs to be addressed. And honestly, guys, the main thing, and you guys are athletes, the main thing is revenue share. Like they're going to get an increase in salary. That's already been said. Adam Silver's already said that. Kathy Engelbert said that. But are we going to get our fair share of the revenues that we are generating? And that is the big elephant in the room right now.
Fran, do you think that Kathy Engelbert should be in that position, or should they make drastic changes and bring someone like you, who has been a high-level executive in women's basketball and WNBA, or should one of the younger women that are right now taking the lead against this current regime?
Yeah, also a great question, because that job is a couple of things. You need to be great at getting the bag. You got to be great at bringing the money in, and you need to be great at relationships. And it's a rarity. Everybody's not like us, Mark, we're good at both of those things. Like, I'm going to get that bag, but you're also going to feel good giving me that bag. So a lot of that is about the relationships with the players. And we don't think that there's necessarily that situation that exists right now. So Kathy, we know, has done record-breaking bag getting. She's brought in a lot of sponsors. She's very good at that. She comes from a corporate environment, but where it's been documented, very well documented, is that the relationships with the players are just not there. And the truth is, in fairness, I think it's a unicorn. It's an elephant. Not that many people who can navigate both of those worlds really, really well. So even if Kathy is not in her role after this season, my thing becomes, who are you going to get? I've heard some former athletes' names thrown out, and I've heard some corporate names thrown out, but we're not going to talk about those just yet.
Yeah. Keep it on the hush. Keep it on the hush. Well, Texas women starts their season tonight against Incarnate Word after a great season last year. Madison Booker, Rory Harmon are back. They brought in the freshman, Aaliyah Crump. I've got a time I've spent with Vic Schaefer. It's an exciting time for this Texas women's basketball team.
It really is. I saw the exhibition games. The first exhibition game I saw, I was really impressed, candidly, with Rory Harmon. I saw a fire in Rory's eyes that I have not seen in 3 years. So I was very excited to see her looking competitive out there and just balling. And then Crump, as you mentioned, is a rookie who is not afraid to shoot, which is always going to be my favorite, is players who just let it fly. Like, I'm not thinking about what coach is thinking. And so they brought in some players to really fill in those gaps where they were weak, candidly, last year. I thought Connecticut, everybody who played them just kind of sat back on the three-point line and said, yeah, Texas can't shoot three-pointers, so we're not going to even guard them. So Vic went out and got some shooters. And I appreciate that as a shooter and as a Longhorn fan, that they filled in the holes for the gaps that they needed.
Yeah,
Fran, are you going to the game?
I'm calling the game tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm not just going. I'm calling the game tonight. Yeah, I'm going to be sitting there. I'm doing color tonight, and my first opportunity to be back since last year when I called a couple of their games. But this is a decidedly better team in many ways, so I'm looking forward to it.
Hardge and I went to a couple of games last year. We got to make an effort to do more.
Yes, for sure.
Those girls, I love watching them play because of what you just talked about. You talked about what you saw in Rory, but not only in Rory's, they brought in some transfers that look to bring in some damage, and that is the key for this team to have that success.
Yeah, I mean, you look at South Carolina's reloaded, Connecticut's reloaded, UCLA's reloaded. We had to reload because people really do sleep on Texas. They don't think about Texas when they think of perennial, really great teams right now in women's basketball. Texas went to the Final Four last year. The year before, without Rory, they got one game from the Final Four. So put some respect on our name. But I get it. You got to do something. You honestly have to do something to get that repeated respect. And I think Vic has done a great job at Texas in his 6 years that he's been there. And he continues to understand what it takes to stay at that level. And I appreciate that about him as a coach.
Well, we appreciate you hopping on with us, and I hope that you have a great call. I'll be listening to it, making sure that, you keep the flow going, because I know you got the flow. I see it.
Appreciate that. Don't forget to go to Austin Sports Awards to get your tickets to see Mark Henry truly show you some of his best work. Thanks, y'all.
I get my Terry Crews on. I'm not doing the pick pop, but I'm still gonna be out there having a good time.
I pray for you, friend.
I need it. Thank you, guys.
Keep praying for me too. Appreciate it.
I will. You got it for sure. Thanks, guys.
There she is, Fran Harris, coming in to let us know about the Austin Sports Awards, and of course, talking about the WNBA. Will there be a work stoppage? Them girls want that money, and she will be on the call tonight. But you'll be hearing the game right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone, with the voice, Craig Way. But coming up next, our man Mark Henry brings you his world's strongest take right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Legends of the locker room. Legends of the locker room. We live on the air, and you know them. Yeah, beat the truth. Mark Henry and Mike Hardge. We live. We just speaking from experience.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
A crash on I-35 northbound at Old Settlers Boulevard has moved out of the main lanes and onto the right shoulder, but still causing a 5-minute slowdown from 620. There's also a crash blocking off the right shoulder on the 290 Toll Road westbound at Springdale, and a new crash on FM 973 at Burleson Road. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Hard, starting my day off the right way is a big deal, and that includes taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beat Heart Chews by Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You probably seen their logo on the field. I know, yeah, Human with 2 N's. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure, nearly 2 times more effective than diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great, they're easy to take, they become part of my daily routine. Super Beat Heart Chews also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now, and it even comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/mark and check it out. That's human.com/mark, spell human with 2 N's, and enter the promo code MARK and check out and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beats Heart Chews.
How hot can you handle? At Tumble 22, we take our chicken seriously. From golden crispy to burn your boots off spicy. Yeah, we said it. With 6 heat levels to choose from, there's a flavor for every spice fan, even if you like it painless. Cool down with an ice cold sweet tea, then finish strong with our legendary buttermilk pie. Sweet, spicy, and everything nice. Made fresh, never frozen, and served with serious Southern hospitality. Tumble 22, where spice lovers come to play.
Hey everybody, Cody Johnson here. When I'm up on stage, everybody plays an important part. But there's one more thing that makes for a great performance. My Wrangler Cody Johnson collection. It's stylish, comfortable, iconic Western wear with an authenticity that Cowboys will appreciate. The Wrangler Cody Johnson collection? Hey, you gotta love the sound of that. Wrangler, long live Cowboys. Available at Cavenders and Cavenders.com.
You love your home, but sometimes it feels like it's running your life. Leaky faucets, overgrown hedges, and that room you've been meaning to repaint. Sometimes it's just too much. With AirTasker, finding help is simple. Post your task, set your budget, and let local taskers take care of it. It's like having a personal handyman for all the projects on your to-do list. Download AirTasker or visit us at airtasker.com today and make your home work for you, not the other way around. AirTasker. Get anything done.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? It looks amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret. No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic. Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic. Purchase at newnordicusa.com, new, NORDICUSA.com, or CVS.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, plenty of sunshine for your Monday, a high near 80. Clear tonight, a low of 50. Tuesday, sunny skies, a high near 80, a low in the mid-50s.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at progressive.com. That's progressive.com.
Sports on iHeartRadio.
Throws low and it's incomplete. The Jets are going to win it. It'll be victory formation.
The new NBA season, the NHL, huge college football rivalries, the start of college basketball, and of course, the NFL. Don't miss a second of the greatest reality show on the planet. Sports, play-by-play, podcasts, and local stations where you can join the conversation with real people.
At what point do you fire the guy?
Open the free iHeart app and search your favorite league to start listening.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Our blood runs orange.
Special thanks to Fran Harris as she broke it down for the Austin Sports Award, at which this guy, WWE Hall of Famer and World's Strongest Man, Henry, will be co-hosting with her. So here he is, folks. World's Strongest Man, to his World's Strongest Man. Take it away, big fella.
What's going on, guys? You know what time it is, Hard?
What's
It's time for the World's Strongest Take by the World's Strongest Man. I guess back then they didn't know. Now they are. Well, here we are, halfway through the season. The NFL season, it is. And the trade deadline is here. We'll see what moves are made on this trade deadline, but that's not my take. That was my second option. What should be done in the NFL, not just with the Cowboys, but big trades going down. But my take is this. After watching last night's game between the Bills and the Chiefs, where the Chiefs fell to now third in the West, behind the Broncos and the Chargers, which have, all winning records. But when you're 2 games in that division, you might as well be a mile away, because in the West, you have the Broncos being the lead. In the South, you have the Colts, who has 7 wins. The Jaguars, once they get healthy, I think that they'll be a major player. The Steelers, I'm not going to go that far. But the Patriots and the Bills are teams that I think are the cream of the crop out of everybody because of the defense that they play. I feel like at the state, unless the Chiefs has a remarkable and miraculous change over the next 5 games, they may not even make the playoffs. They still have them right now listed as the team most likely to win the Super Bowl. But how can you win the Super Bowl, Hardge, if you don't even make it to the playoffs? It's impossible. And my take is that this may be the year that the Chiefs do not make the playoffs. What say you?
I will take that bet. I know we're doing it for entertainment purposes, but I will gladly take a bet with you for whatever the little dinner, the steak dinner, whatever you want to do. I will gladly take that bet because I believe that they will be in the playoffs. I think they still have a way to get in there. Even being third in their division doesn't mean if you look at how everybody else, you're going to get into the playoffs. The Baltimore Ravens are 3-5. The Jaguars are 5-3. You're 5-4. You're going to have a chance to get into the playoffs. If you look at the playoff picture right now, they're in. They're in. And I still believe that they're going to have a chance to win the whole thing because, to your point, just get in, and that gives you the opportunity to win. If they're in right now, that says the playoff picture, they're 88% chance to be in the playoffs. 88%.
Yeah, I know it. I'm just saying from the way that things look, I feel like that the Colts
kind of salt looks like sugar.
They kind of stumped their toe a little bit, but I think they'll be back next week. The Kansas City Chiefs are in a spot where they have to rely on other people to lose to make it to the playoffs. Even if they go undefeated at the rate that everybody else is playing, they still will be a game or 2 behind.
Are you trying to get them to win the division, or are you just trying to get them into the playoffs? Because they're going to get into the playoffs.
I don't think that enough teams are going to lose, even if they win out, that they're going to make it to the playoffs.
I will take. What would you like to wager on that?
Why does this become a for entertainment purposes only segment?
Right. Because you're the one that came up with this. You don't see them getting into the playoffs.
It's my take, not yours.
But why'd you say, what say you? Isn't that how that go?
Marcus, what say you? We ain't gonna ask you no more.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
And that's exactly where they're going to be. So let me break down.
I like steak dinners though.
Yeah, trust me, we hear about it every day.
Donuts.
We hear about
Shipley's donuts.
So next week they play the Broncos, then they play the Colts, then they play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. They play the Texans, the Chargers, the Titans, the Broncos, the Raiders. I see some
Looks
wins.
rough, don't it?
I see some wins in there. They to your point of what you said the other day about this team, they got Rashee Rice. They got Hollywood Brown. They got Xavier Worthy. They got Travis Kelce. The Buffalo
Without
Bills,
Pacheco, they are average. With all that talent, they need a thumper.
So are we taking it? We're gonna come
Yeah,
up with
man.
a wager?
Listen, it is what it is. I like steak dinner.
Okay.
I will decide on what place. Whoever
go.
sponsors the thing is who I'll talk about. I'm just saying. I want free 99. I don't even want you to come out of pocket for it. I just want us.
Or you to come out of pocket for it.
Well, I definitely don't want to come out of pocket. Because I'm going to eat like I don't have a budget. And that's the difference.
He ain't going to eat nothing. He just going to have a couple bites here and there and not finish it because I'm watching my weight.
I don't even want to talk to you. That just didn't sound right. I don't even want to hear it.
We'll come back and close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick.
To be healthy.
We got Cowboys in action. And, of course, we got to talk about this Oklahoma situation. Yeah, that situation. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The voice of the Horns, Craig Way on 1300 The Zone, weekdays at 2.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
A crash on I-35 northbound at Old Settlers Boulevard has moved out of the main lanes and onto the right shoulder, but still causing a 5-minute slowdown from 620. There's also a crash blocking off the right shoulder on the 290 Toll Road westbound at Springdale, and a new crash on FM 973 at Burleson Road. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Keeping score of your finances but missed the Bitcoin wagon? There's a second chance called Texacoin. Score big at texacoin.org.
The Texas Longhorns capped off a 5-game stretch of conference play with a 34-31 victory over the Vanderbilt Commodores. Head coach Steve Sarkisian was asked if the win over the 9th-ranked Commodores was a statement win, but he shrugged it off, noting that every game remaining is a must-win for the Horns.
They're all statement wins right now. We put ourselves in this position. When you lose your conference opener, it's one game at a time at that point. Last year in this conference, we went 7-1, and that was the best record in the regular season. And I told the team, I don't know if 6-2 is going to be good enough this year. I addressed what the month of November was going to be with the team, but then we got right into why this game is so important. That's going to be the next game too. And we've got to pour all of our energy and focus and intent into the next game.
Get in early on the next big coin and extend your lead at texacoin.com. This is an investment that carries risk. texacoin.org.
Mark Henry here. Did you know that since 1936, Shipley's Donuts has been a Texas tradition? And now Dripping Spring is waking them up. They serve fresh, hot-baked donuts, kolaches, and hot coffee. Get out to 13341 West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs. They open bright at 5 a.m. Grab you a dozen. Okay, grab 2 dozen, but I suggest more than one at least. Shipley's Donut. You can order them online at shipleysdonuts.com or on the Shipley's app. Start happy, stay happy. Shipley's Donuts, West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Johnny Rinse tonight, and I need it more. I can't rest the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do, I'm always in the dark. The sweat and dark short smells like a dog card. Johnny Rinse it tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders' soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
I turned off news altogether.
I hate to say it, but I don't trust much of anything.
It's the rage bait.
It feels like it's trying to divide people.
If we got clear facts, maybe we can calm down a little.
NBC News brings you clear reporting. Let's meet at the facts. Let's move forward from there. NBC News, reporting for America.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Currently, we're farming about 800 acres. And every year we're looking at what we can do to improve our farm, plant fertility, higher yields. That all starts with ag research.
Every year, America's research universities drive over $3.4 billion in agricultural science that supports U.S. farmers.
I want to keep this family farm in our family.
Help protect American farmers. Visit research4.us. Paid for by Research for a Stronger America.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, max out your savings. The more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on any smart bed with base. Limited time. Check it out at a Sleep Number store near you or at sleepnumber.com today.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Your home for the Horns.
What a great show. Victory Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Don't forget, listening to this station all day is the only way to go. Starting at 11 o'clock, Coach Steve Sarkisian will have his weekly press conference. 11 a.m. will be the start of it. So make sure you tune in, and it's always free on the iHeartRadio app. Also tonight, Texas women's basketball, they will be taking on Incarnate Word. All action right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 Zone. And, of course, the Dallas Cowboys will be taking on the Arizona Cardinals. That game can be heard on 98.1 KVET, but all games can be heard on the iHeartRadio app. All right, we put it off long enough. I want you to hear from the call of Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler talking about the shorts that one kicker from Oklahoma, Mark, was wearing.
The Volunteers know he's got his like shorts on. I guess that's no longer frowned upon in the sport.
Yeah, I guess not. It is with me, but
those are the shortest I've ever seen on a football field.
Should be
right?
No, that should be a penalty. Just dressing like that should be a penalty. The hell is it? Wearing shorts out there?
It's another 50 plus. This is from 51 to give Oklahoma the lead. Sandell, short shorts, but not short on distance. Powers it through again from 51, and Oklahoma is on top on Rocky Top. Venables smiling for good reason. His team's been outplayed with the 2 takeaways. Not done much on offense, but they got a kicker.
Yeah, got his Daisy Dukes on and puts it in the middle again. Uh-oh, here he comes again, letting people know.
He's got Daisy Dukes on, ladies and gentlemen. It is an embarrassment for you to be out there on the football field with shorts on. Oh, man, get off my lawn. Hey, man, let that boy live. No. Like Kirk Herbstreit said, he should have been fined. I believe that Oklahoma, they make money now. They make money. That's not uniform specific. They fine you for not wearing the right socks on the NFL game. That's true. If you're not wearing the proper uniform, they should have gave him 15-yard penalty for that.
Ooh.
Yes, conduct detrimental. Because what? to the form of the game. This is not what this is.
Come on, man. There's no such thing.
It could be.
We just made that up.
That wasn't a 2-point conversion either, but they let them have it. The SEC officiating should be throwing flags when you come out there and you're not wearing the proper uniform. That dude was out there in biker shorts. What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
Wow.
There's no way that you should be I'll kickoff. I'm going straight at him.
You gonna kneecap him?
Gone. Oh my God. Should be having on knee pads. You should be wearing a full uniform.
Thigh pads. He didn't have no pads.
Daisy Dukes out there.
Listen, no, they weren't Daisy Dukes because that's up on your cheeks. But
they was
these were it was biking. It was definitely biking shorts. He looked like a cyclist out there.
He was
with no knee pads, no thigh pads. And they were mid-thigh. They weren't like 2 or 3 inches below the knee,
bro.
Like a cyclist. Lance Armstrong, you pull up a picture of Lance Armstrong, the shorts were usually about 2 inches from the knee.
Hey,
His
Mark.
were mid-thigh, like 5 or 6 inches.
Hey, Mark, you need to call your son and be like, get your mans.
No,
Get your mans in them.
Get your mans in them. I'm not calling doing nothing, but I tell you what, I do not agree with this. I really do feel like, I don't know about fines or
Fine. Suspension.
Suspensions.
Uniform. He need to come out there with some bell bottoms on next week. That's what I need.
Just to compensate for this?
Exactly. That is an embarrassment.
It was
an absolute embarrassment.
That was wild. But you know what?
Why you think it's okay?
It's not okay, but I'm just saying I like his swag though.
What?
I like, man, a kicker usually it's a wide receiver that's that guy.
You remember when our boy Sean Adams, RIP to him, was always talking about your slip is showing?
Yeah.
How come nobody is telling him that ain't all that showing?
Bro, you need to pull your shorts down. One of his teammates,
pull your socks up. Something.
Oh my
God. This is something that should not be happening in sport.
Oh, man.
We've seen it on so many levels. I've seen it in baseball. The baseball pants are above the knee. That's not cool.
Yeah, that's not. We should have a vote
on what?
On whether or not this is a thing that they should really start enforcing the rules in college like they do in the pros with fines if your equipment does not meet the I almost said the NFL standard, the collegiate standards. And just like today is actually voting day for us, so anybody that wants to vote on the sports awards, you can go to sportsawards.com and you get to vote on athletes that you think should be definitely put in some of those categories for what sport that they would excel in.
Well, he will not.
He
will
won't
not
make
be.
it.
He's not going to be part of the winning
He's
culture.
not from Austin. So
How you know? How you know?
How do I know?
Exactly. Listen, here's the bottom line. As a coaching staff, you should make sure that doesn't happen. As what are you? Your specialist, your coach, your special teams coach, Jeff Banks. You think Jeff Banks letting him walk out there like that? You think Sark is letting him walk out there like that?
No.
They probably were looking at him like, what the hell is that?
I would have complained if I was an opposing coach, even if it wasn't. If I knew that nothing was going to get done, I would make a stink and complain about it just to get in his head.
He wears short shorts.
Wow.
They wear short shorts. What are we
You
doing?
went way back there, man.
Yes.
They don't even have that product no more. I don't think.
They probably do.
I will say Boo Carter only averaged 4 yards of return, so maybe it's strategy.
That mug said Boo Carter. That was the dude's name. Because that dude right there deserves a boo as well.
Well, that was the returner for Tennessee.
It's just unbelievable that could even happen. I can't believe that's happening at your son's school like that.
And you're going to put it on me. Why do you have to put my name in it? That's Jacob. Say him by name. Don't be putting your son.
I'm going to text him right now and say, get your mans.
And them. And them.
And them. Get your mans and them. And make sure that happened. I want to thank Fran Harris for hopping on with us. As Mark just said, Austin Sports Awards, December the 17th. It's a Wednesday, December the 17th.
You ain't
so make
got
sure
no
you get
job. You ain't got to go to work.
You got to go to work. You got to go to work somewhere. But I want to thank, don't forget, Sark's press conference starts at 11. And you can also hear the basketball game tonight. Women's basketball tips off tonight at 7 o'clock. It starts at 6:45 right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge. And just remember this, don't believe everything you see, because them shorts was real short, but salt look like sugar.
That's
Peace.
so horrible.
Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret and get your weekend football action with watch party